Hi, my name is Fay, and I'm going to be reading a few pieces from my new chapbook, Body of Water, coming this month from New Note Poetry. The first piece is called Lucy. I hold your name sacred as marbles in my mouth, letting the full coolness roll between my cheek and gums over my tongue. Try not to swallow your whole being, Lucy. I hold your name sacred as marbles in my mouth, letting the full coolness rest at the back of my tongue as a pearl on a pillow, and my head is a cave, is a balloon inflated with fear of forgetting the taste of your whole being, Lucy. I hold your name sacred as marbles in my mouth, letting the fullness roll through me, a balloon inflated with fear, with longing to recapture the taste of your being, Lucy, whole. I let slip your name sometimes, failing to keep sacred the fullness of your being gone, to savor it, whole. I reached home that night, but you remained every bird. You a road, you are a murder of crows. You are every moth, every murder is you, and every moth is you eroding. Okay, the next piece that I will read is called Song Portrait of a Patch of Ferns on Fire. I'll come with you. Fatally pacifist, sweet fingering strokes, droves of filly tickle filter and fleeting the throat of the field's bread the ground air gave, itself a body heaving cry, a vision peeling wave. Ignite the swift fiber of being, burn green, under the skin hear celestials scream. Static, the body exalting in him, as a drone of insects exalts into self, pulse crowd fatten and skim, yes, whisper whip rock through the window of my ribs. Come to view, continue, 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 bear the light, burning through skeletal leaves, a bed on fire, candlewick, ferns way, soul vision of glow, and haunting, I can't leave, but her body floating, sea strangle and slow rise, breathe. And the last piece I'll read is called Estuary. I grew up on island, sort of. I learned that is a slur recently. I don't say it. The estuary is filled with jellyfish across the mudsock surfaces, toes pushed deeper into the flesh of warm silt over the lip of my sandal, a protected set of plovers at the lapping edge. Seagulls call out of creeping hunger what I call islands I grew up on. I grow skeptical of poetry, sort of. I grew up on slurping of poetry mud across toe-suck surfaces. In the estuary I grow islands, skeptically. Recently I am filled with warm flesh silt. I grow skeptical of sandals, lip, set, push, protected lap or puff, creepingly hungry, at the calling edge of slipping I learned I shouldn't say. I grew up on what I don't call. I grew up on island, sort of. I grow skeptical of poetry. I learned that sort of is a slur. I grew up on slur. Recently, I don't say it. A slurping of poetry mud across toe-suck surfaces. The estuary is filled with jellyfish across the mudsuck. In the estuary I grow islands, skeptically. Surfaces, toes pushed deeper. Recently I am filled with warm flesh silt. Into the flesh of warm silt I grow skeptical of sandals, lip, set, push over the lip of my sandal, protected lap or puff, creeping hungrily, a protected set of plovers in the lapping edge, at the calling edge of slip, seagulls call out of creeping hunger, slipping I learned I shouldn't say, what I call islands I grew up on. I grew up on what I don't call. Thank you.